Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. This video is kind of just going to be me talking about things, talking about the direction in which I'm taking the channel, and overall just kind of like where I'm seeing things and where I'm at right now in my life. Overall, kind of just like an update. I feel as if the channel is in a new chapter. I'm in a new chapter of my life. Fall is starting, and I think it's time to transition and make some changes just so I can do better, focus more on other things, and just clean up my act, get rid of some bad habits, put some more effort into what I'm doing. And yeah, that's kind of just what I'm using this video to talk about, and I hope you guys do enjoy that.
I just got home from work, and honestly, I'm in an interesting point right now. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I feel kind of stuck when it comes to things. I'm a little stuck on like the projects and everything I want to get done. I'm trying my best to be productive every day, but I get a little lazy. I'm kind of just a normal person, and I'm trying my best to get better at it. I feel like school kind of softened me up, kind of being in college softened me up. I mean, like, growing up, I didn't have much, and I always kind of felt like it was just me versus me. Like, I always worked hard, did things that made me proud, and then I went to college and I actually started making friends. Actually, started being a social person. I wasn't antisocial anymore. I wasn't just doing things just cause and like kind of floating around the world. I was actually putting effort into things. But now that I'm done with college, it's kind of hard to know what to do. Like, I mean, even in college, I was a part of a program called Student Support Services. I was kind of thrown into student organizations and stuff, which is where a lot of my work came from, and where I volunteered a lot. A lot of my opportunities came from that. And now that I'm not there anymore, I still have access to those resources, but I'm not a student anymore. I work a full time job, and it's just like I'm kind of stuck on what I'm supposed to be doing right now because it's August. All my friends are going back to school, or at least a majority of them are, and I don't have to go back. I mean, like, I've like accomplished that goal of graduating, but I don't feel fulfilled the way I feel like I should. And if anything, I feel kind of worried about this upcoming fall. I don't really know the parallel of like what my friends' lives are gonna be like or my life. Um, how often I'm gonna be seeing my friends, because obviously school can be really hectic, especially because a lot of my friends are pre-med majors. I don't know how they do that, or like engineers. They're smart as fuck. I was never that way, but um, it just worries me a little bit. And also, something that's been really bothering me is the fact that it's starting to get darker earlier. That shit is fucking me up because I really got used to the sun being out till like 8:30, 8:45. I would go to the park after work. Like, I had a whole day after work essentially, and now it's hitting me that like by the time I get out of work in like the span of a month, it's just gonna be dark out. I'm gonna get no sun whatsoever. I'm like, bro, is this the seasonal depression that's gonna hit? Because I have gotten seasonal depression before, and like, I don't want to say it gets bad. I'm generally a pretty like happy and chill person. Like, I don't get super emotional and stuff like that very often. But I will say seasonal depression does do something to me, and I feel like it being dark all the time is going to do something to me, especially because of the fact I'll literally get no sunlight. It's like I wake up and I go straight to work, and then by the time I get off, the sun is gonna be gone. So it's like, damn, that's gonna be a crazy thing to be going through, especially as an adult. And I imagine my social circle is gonna be a little bit different now that I'm not in school. Not that like I'm gonna cut people off or anything like that. It was just it's gonna be harder to have times to see my friends and everything. And that's something I'm a little worried about. And I'm also just in a difficult spot of trying to figure out what's next. Like, what is my next big project? I've been doing these YouTube videos. I've stayed consistent with them. I'm having fun with them. I feel as if I'm in a good spot with my videos, and I'm really enjoying them. I mean, I like making these videos, but what is next? I'm making videos, I'm working a basic 9 to 5 corporate job in America, but that's not all I want my life to be. I want more, but I don't know what more I could possibly want because, like I said, I feel like I'm pretty successful for my age and I've done a lot for my age, but this isn't what I want to be it for me. This isn't what I want the rest of my life to be. So now the question that's really making me ponder is just what is next? And that's something I'm just gonna have to keep you guys updated on. I just feel like I'm in a very weird spot. I don't want to say I'm emotional right now or anything like that. It's not really that. It's more so a source of confusion, I think, because there's just nobody telling me what to do, and I don't really know the expectations of what to do other than be a good person, make your money, and that's about it. That's like the only expectation I have right now is to maintain my job and be a good person outside of work. But there's no other outwardly expectations of me, and that's so weird to me as my whole life has revolved around school, grades. Um, I don't want to say what others have thought about me, but my accolades at school, everything about my whole life essentially has revolved around school up until now. So now that I'm officially out of it, or I want to say officially out of it, because I do plan on maybe going back eventually, just not at this current moment in time, and not within at least like the next 1 to 2 years. I want to get more settled in with my life before going back to school if I do. But it's just such a weird point in my life right now, and it's just what is next? I don't know how else to put it. What is next for me? And it's exciting, it's scary, but it's also like, damn, we got to figure this out. It's a scenario I've gotten myself into, and you guys are going to watch the process of me figuring it out, because I feel like a lot of these videos were me trying to get my life together. But I would say at 22 years old, where I'm at right now, my life is pretty together, or at least where it should be. But I don't want to be like an average person. I want to go farther. I want to go the extra mile. I want to put in those sacrifices, put in that time to get my life to the point where I'm above the average person, or not above, because that's kind of crazy to say, but like I just want to do more than the average person, and I want to accomplish a lot in my life, is the best way I can put this. So that's what we're going to figure out. I feel like we're in a new chapter in the channel, and it's a little exciting. But yeah, I want to put more effort into my videos. I want to start doing voiceovers when I work out and stuff like that. And I want to show you guys the changes that I am capable of and put more work into this craft. But also, this isn't the end goal for me. And we're going to keep expanding and seeing what else is out there. And yeah, just pay attention.
But yeah, thank you guys for listening to that. It was kind of just a random work and something that's kind of been irking me for a little minute now. I kind of just feel, I don't know, I feel a little lost on where I should be, but I know I'm going to find my way, and I'm trying to figure things out as I go. I just feel like that can be a little bit difficult at times to figure out. And it's definitely something that's been dawning on me a lot. But like I said, I'm generally a pretty happy person. I feel perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong going on with my life. If anything, it's actually the complete opposite. I feel like I'm definitely suffering from a lack of conflict, if that makes sense. I think this is the first time in my life where my life has been as relaxed as it has been. And I also think being in school kind of softened me up. Like I was saying when I was in the video vlogging in my car, I was kind of just talking about how earlier on in my life, like I did face a lot of struggles, and I feel like they really shaped how I became as a person, especially as an adult later on in life. And now that there's a lack of conflict in my life, everything kind of just feels sort of out of place and out of motion. Because even when I was in school, I was having the time of my life. I made all the friends I possibly could. Some of my best friends for life I made in college. Um, I was acknowledged by professors. I was on the dean list. I went to school completely for free off a scholarship. I earned scholarships to study abroad completely free. And those were things I'm very prideful about. But I feel like they did soften me up in a way that I am not fully prepared to just force myself to do projects, or at least I wasn't in that way. But now it's just something I'm kind of aiming more towards. And that's something you can see with my grind on the gym. I actually did get a little chubby throughout college. And it's something I'm trying to build back, is like my muscular endurance, my physique, everything like that I used to have and used to take a lot more pride in. I'm trying to build back. So you can actually see that here. Right now, I'm doing a workout. I found this workout on Instagram, and I don't remember the exact name of it, so I'm just calling it Scaling the Mountain. And essentially, what the workout is you start off with 10 dips, 10 pull ups, 10 squats, and 10 push ups. And then the next set, you do 9 of each, then the next 8 of each, and you continue until you only have one left. And I did finish the full workout. It took me about 20 minutes to do the full workout to get all the way down to one. And I will say it was a very intense workout. My gym still does not have AC, which is something I was complaining about in the 500 push up challenge video. And yeah, this workout was hard. I did it with my weighted vest. I think this is the first big workout I've done with my weighted vest where it was like primarily body weight stuff. Sometimes I'll wear my vest just to go on walks and everything like that, or like do a few workouts here and there, like push ups and everything. But I do believe this is the first workout I've ever done fully with my weighted vest. And I'm telling you, I think in total, this only took me about 22 minutes to complete the full workout. This shit killed me. There was a lot of times I had to walk off camera and just take a breather. And it was a little bit of a mix of muscle fatigue, there being no AC, and overall just me being tired from this workout. Like this was a crazy workout. You kind of even see the pump already coming in. I'm already like a pretty muscular and big person, but I feel like you can definitely already see the difference in my definition as opposed to when I first started the workout. And that's just crazy to me. But yeah, like overall workouts like this have been really fun and they've been something that have been adding a lot of discipline to my life. And they've been making sure I stay healthy. I've been learning that HIIT workouts are honestly just the most effective form of working out. They're the workouts I see the most results from or have seen the most results from, especially now that I don't have a gym membership. Literally, the only gym equipment I have is my 16-pound weighted vest. I have two pairs of dumbbells that I keep in my apartment that they're adjustable. So I usually keep them between 30 to 40 pounds each, or I use my apartment gym, and the max dumbbell that we do have is 50 pounds. I don't really use barbells too much anymore just because I'm a little worried about muscular imbalances, which is pretty common because you can grab the bar wrong. And there's actually just a lot of reasons there can be muscular imbalances. But that's also why I like calisthenics. It's a little hard to have muscular imbalances when you do calisthenics. But overall, like, I'm just enjoying the grind of everything I've been doing lately. And even though I do feel lost, I am confident that I'm going to figure it out. And I'm confident that I'm going to keep working hard and showing that to you guys. This is a process, and I feel like falling in love with the process is the biggest part. My goal is to start having a lot more fun and putting more effort into these videos instead of just something to push out and kind of relaxing on myself. I was getting a little scared of like, oh, I need to upload twice a week or 3 times a week, or I need to push out videos. I'm sure you guys saw me doing my little push up videos. Some of you subscribers probably came from those push up videos, and while they were fun to do in the moment, by like day 25, I really didn't care about the videos anymore, and I was trying to think of other things to do, but I just do not care about short form content. I don't really ever watch too much short form content, at least not as much compared to most of my friends. I'll watch like Instagram Reels if I'm super bored and have absolutely nothing to do, or if I'm like in bed. But for the most part, I spend a lot of my day actually reading. I spend a lot of my day working out or working on these videos. And that's kind of what I found I enjoy lately, especially outside of work. So yeah, I'm definitely going to keep working on that. And overall, just trying to perfect my craft, trying to do better. Um, Obviously, I want to earn more money, increase my net worth, increase my revenue per year. And yeah, just keep working hard, building up my business, building up, figuring out what that business is, showing you guys my process of what I'm actually doing, and trying to get better every day. Honestly, that's the goal of this channel. That's why this channel was created. And while I did admit earlier, I do feel like my life is pretty put together at this point, at least for where it should be at my age. I really do want to strive to be the best I possibly can. And I know I can do a lot more than I've done currently. And overall, yeah, just gonna keep trying. And I hope you guys have enjoyed watching me do this workout. Like I said, it was super tough. I definitely challenge you guys to try it out on your own And I'll even show the creator that I actually got inspired from to do this challenge. I literally saw this while scrolling on Instagram Reels at work. And I know it's funny after I just said I don't really scroll, but we were super slow at work, and there's nothing much I could really do other than scroll if we're really slow because I just don't have the time to do anything else. So I'll show the creator where I found this challenge. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. And I hope you guys get inspired by this, or I hope you just stick with the journey and just see what I become because it means a lot to me. And thank you guys for watching.